Okay, so here we're going to animate the worm, and we got everything set up with the balls in this position of the worm. And right now, the worm is at the beginning position or frame 0. So we need to, first we needed to turn that on. That's the auto keyframe. And we need to select everything that we want to record a position for. So we do that, and we set the key. And now you can see when we move this to down here, a key has been set. So now if we, like right now when we animate, it just stays still because nothing has changed position yet. So we're going to go to frame 10, and then we want to change the position of these. And this is why we have this first wall. When we get done, we want the nose to be over here, but we have to move this object from the rear. So first thing we do, we click on this one of these bones. When we right click, rotate, we're going to bend it way up like this. Then we're going to click on this one and bend it way back down again like this. And then we're going to click on this one and make it kind of level out, but it's a little too high up in the air. So we're going to do that, and then we'll come back over here and just not bend it quite so high up. So now we got the front end at about the right height, but in the wrong place. So we come back to the rear one and we change to move mode. And now we move it right up to where it's like just touching. And then we select everything and hit keyframe. So now we could see that it's going to move everything right up to there, and then it's going to stay like that. All right, so now we want to go to frame 20, and now we want to like move everything back to the original position. So to do this, we can copy the first 2 frames from 0 and from 10. So I'm going to hold the shift button down. Actually, I'm going to move this back here. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to hit the shift button and select these 2, let go of the shift button, and now I just hold the shift button. Now let's do this. Nope. Yeah, just test to make sure we're still okay. Yes. Okay. Now hold the shift button down, select them, move them with the shift button still down up to 20. All right, so now we start here, we end up here, then we go back to normal, and then we go to here. And so now we've got the frames, but the object's not in the right place. So let's go to this frame here and select everything and just move it up to the next wall. Okay, so we go here, come up, and then scoot to the next wall, and then it scoots back again. That's because this one's not moved yet. Okay, so we go to frame at 30, we select everything, and we move it. Whoops, we don't select the wall, everything but not the wall piece. And we move it up to here. Okay, and now it should work. So it scooches up, moves up, scooches up again, and now it's ready to move up again, and we could copy the frames again to be crawling across the screen. So I'm going to uncheck the auto, and we'll just watch this animate. So scooch, scooch, cool. All right, now how do we render this? So I want to get sort of a front view. Remember, these walls are not going to appear, and I need to render a movie out of this file. So I need to change the render setup. So render setup, there's various things that we have to change in here. First of all, I don't want to make a huge movie of this, so I'm going to select 320 by 240 instead of 640 by 480. Hitting that button just changes. You could manually choose it, but that's a good setting for a rough draft. And then where do we want to save this file? So I'm going to, here it is, render output. So we're going to save a file, but the file, I got to pick a place, and render output is fine. You should be able to find a render output folder in your folder. And I want to make this a movie file. So down here, instead of having JPEGs or PNGs, I want it to be an AVI file. And I'll put worm AVI. as my file name. And I hit save. And this, I'd like a little better quality than, let's see, let's change it to MJPEG compressor, make it about 50% quality, hit OK. And it is not saved the animation yet. It's just saved the settings for the animation. So now it knows where to save it when I'm ready to save it. Okay, so when I save this, I want to save, I don't just want to save one image. I want to save a range of images, remember from 0, let's see, to 30. So range 0 to 30. And I should be ready to go with that. And now I can hit render. So now I can watch the frames render in the render file. Now they've all rendered, and that video should be in the folder that I designated. So let's just go see if we can find that video. So open up Explorer, and I guess I'm not exactly sure where that is. Let's see, documents, there we go, 3D Studio Max, render output, and there's the Worm AVI, and I can play this, and there it is, moving pretty smooth actually. Can't see the smile very well in this video, but there it is moving. And so there you go, worked pretty nice.